We were supposed to be making ramen and laughing at fail videos. Instead, we were wedged around Rena's old gaming laptop at 1:38 a.m., breathing the same dusty basement air and scrolling through the kind of sites adults say don't exist. Miles had the proxy chain open like a DJ set. "Relax," he said, fingers tapping. "This is all onion mirrors and dead links. Urban legends." Jorge leaned back in the beanbag, stage whispering famous last words, and popped another sour gummy like it was a vitamin for bad choices. Rena's house creaked the way old houses do when they're trying to mind their own business. The washing machine upstairs was a slow heartbeat. Outside, our town, the kind with one movie theater and 3 churches, was sleeping like a dog at the foot of the bed. Then a page loaded that didn't look like anything else. Plain gray background, a black header, like someone forgot to style it. One line in the center, changelog, SYS. Patch underneath, a blinking cursor, and a prompt. Submit. "That's it," I said. "Looks like a homework portal for evil." Rena grinned. "Maybe you can finally patch your personality." Miles ignored us. Typed. "Help." Hit enter. A list rolled down. Bare bones. USAGE. Submit. Request examples. Submit. Fix street light at Cedar Pines, stuck yellow. Submit. Mute 3:17 a.m. Train horn on Thursdays. Submit. Remove taste from cough syrup. Area code 973. Cost. Memory token required per change. Memory token, Jorge said. Like crypto, but for brain cells. Rena clicked the tiny gray terms link. It unfolded into 2 lines. Payment. 1 discrete memory per request. Non-refundable. Effects local to requester's region unless boosted. Boosted, I said. Miles scrolled. There wasn't anything else. Fake, he said, but he sounded less sure. Try something harmless, Rena said. Like, fix how the vending machine at school eats dollar bills. Miles typed. Submit. Unjam. East Wing vending machine at Northview High. Enter. New text bloomed. Provide token describe memory. 160 shar. Jorge snorted. Fine. I'll donate a memory. That time coach made me run laps because he thought I was vaping, but it was literally my breath. Keep it, he dictated while Miles typed. Enter. For a second, nothing. Then, APPLED. My phone buzzed. A school group chat blew up with, "Yo, vending machine took $1 and actually gave me 2 Snickers." With a blurry 2 a.m. photo from runny night janitor's kid standing in front of the East Wing machine, holding up candy like he'd caught a fish. We stared at each other. "No way," I said. "That's a coincidence?" Miles said, automatic. Jorge frowned, slow. "What was I talking about? The running thing?" "Whatever," he shrugged the way you do when a word won't come and you forgive it. Rena's eyes were bright. Try the train 1 to 3:17 a.m. horn. My dog loses his mind. Miles typed. Submit. Mute. 3:17 a.m. train horn on Thursdays. Token prompt appeared. Rena chewed her lip, then said, "Freshman year. First day. I wore the shirt inside out until lunch. The whole morning. Burn it." Enter. Applied. Upstairs. Right on cue. The house shivered as the freight train cut across the far edge of town. We all went quiet, waiting. We heard the slow clack, clack, the distant metal squeal, and then nothing. No horn, not even a baby echo. Rena's grin fell away. She touched her chest like she'd felt something slip. "You guys," she said softly, "what did I wear freshman year?" "Clothes," Jorge offered. "My first day, I had a reason for the hoodie-some joke." "I can't." She shut her eyes, searching. "It's just empty." Miles stared at the cursor. "It's messing with us," he said. but his voice had that hollow space where jokes go to die. I should have said stop. I didn't. Curiosity is just courage with a concussion. Do a small one, I said, because I'd always been the type to poke the bruise. Street light at Cedar and Pine. The one that glitched. Miles submitted it. Token. I thought about the first concert my mom took me to when I was 9. The paper wristband. The way the bass thumped in my chest like borrowed thunder. The chorus we shouted until my voice went gravelly. I started to describe it, then looked at Rena, at the way she rubbed her temple like a lost word had a sharp edge. I chickened out. Okay, us. Grade. I had a pet snail for a week. Named it Speed. I winced. Take Speed. Up Blythe. We ran to the porch and watched the far corner where Cedar meets Pine. The haunted streetlight clicked once, twice, settled into a clean, obedient green. A car rolled through without that herky-jerk it always did. No honking. No complaint. Back in the basement, the page updated. Patch Q local. Vending machine and VHS East Wing. Fixed 3:17 a.m. Hornthurs. Muted Cedar Pine light. Stabilized beneath it. Smaller text. Ledger tokens received. Next to each item was one line. Jorge Coach laps Rena's shirt. Incident Alex Speed Molask. Why does it have our names? I asked. We didn't type. The cursor blinked. A new line appeared on its own. We always credit contributors. Thanks, Alex. Okay, nope, Jorge said, standing so fast the beanbag burped. Close it. Set the house on fire. Moose states. Rena grabbed his sleeve. One more, she said, like a gambler with one chip left and a grinning slot machine. Boosted. What even is boosted? I said, but I already knew we were going to find out. That's the thing about being 17. Sometimes you watch yourself do the dumb thing from 6 feet behind your own head. Miles typed, submit. Rain tomorrow during pep rally boosted. Enter. Provide token boost. Meaningful memory. 160 char. Rena's eyes flicked to me, then to the stairs, then to the laptop. I'm not feeding it anything else, she said. Jorge shoved his hands in his hoodie. I don't have anything meaningful. Sorry. Childhood. Miles didn't look at us when he said, my grandma's humming. The way she did it. Same 3 notes. Every morning before school, he recited how it went do, re, sell softly. Like he was returning a library book we held steal. I think we all hated him a little for being brave. Applied. Boosted. The gray page didn't change, but the room did. It wasn't dramatic. It was like the air exhaled something it had been holding. Miles blinked and rubbed his ear, then shook his head like water had gotten stuck and wouldn't come out. You okay? I asked. What? He looked at me. Yeah, fine. He frowned. What were we doing? You gave it your grandma's humming, Rena said. He flinched. My... What? Rena's face did a slow, awful thing. Say it, she said gently. Hum it. He opened his mouth, and nothing came out. Not a note, not a shape of a note, just silence, like the page had laid a finger across his voice and pressed. Upstairs, the washing machine clicked off. The housebones settled. I couldn't shake the feeling of an audience we couldn't see. "Enough," I said, and shut the browser. It closed. No jump scare, no error. Just our reflection in the dark screen. For teenagers, pale, trying to look normal. "Promise me we won't," I started, when the speakers chirped. Not the cheerful Windows jingle. A dry notification ping. The page had relaunched itself. System overnight patch applied. Global notes. Weather anomaly NV Northview. Light rain scheduled 12:05 to 12:19. Deprecation. Non-critical variables pruned. Underneath. Local log updated. New line. Miles, variable removed. Miles leaned in. "What does that even mean?" He laughed, but it was paper thin, I feel. He touched his throat, like the hum might be hiding there if he pressed hard enough. None of us slept. We lay on the basement floor and watched the ceiling as if it might print answers. "Around 5, Rena whispered. "Do we undo it?" Miles turned his face toward the wall. "What would we pay with?" he asked, voice flat. "What's bigger than the one I can't even remember? Because you can't remember a whole." At school, noon came, and rain arrived like the sky had received an invite and didn't want to be rude. The pep band squeaked through Seven Nation Army, while the drizzle turned everyone's hair stupid. People laughed, because of course they did. It's easy to laugh when you think the universe is playing a harmless prank. I looked at our friends under the bleachers at Miles, who flinched every time a substitute teacher hummed under her breath, like he almost recognized it, and then slammed into an invisible wall. At Jorge, who had started breathing funny near the track and couldn't explain why. At Rena, who kept rubbing the hem of her shirt, as if something about it almost meant something. That night, I opened the laptop alone. The Changelog was still there. Cursa patient. I typed, submit. Revert Miles variable, enter. Provide token. Meaningful memory, 200 char. I thought about my mom's concert, the thunder in my ribs. I thought about birthdays and December mornings and dumb jokes that catch like burrs. I thought about Rena on my porch last spring when I told her my dad left. The way she didn't hug me, thank God, but sat on the step and said nothing until the cicadas were louder than my head. I started typing all of it. I stopped, because a thought pressed itself into my mind with the same polite certainty as the page. Payment. 1 discrete memory per request. Non-refundable. What if the price to fix what we broke is the thing that makes us remember we need to fix it? The cursor blinked, patient. Outside, the town breathed its small, harmless breath. On my screen, a new line appeared without me typing. Good work tonight, Alex. Patch accepted soon. Please stand by. My name looked wrong in that flat font, like it was already a variable. I reached for the power button and found my hand shaking. For a long time, I watched the cursor. It watched back, and somewhere inside me, very quietly, something I loved hummed 3 notes and went still.